Yo, what's happening, people? I know I've been away for a little while and I haven't done one of these, but I have been busy. I've been in Phoenix, I've been in Barcelona, I've also had other projects to do. I've been doing things. But you know what? I'm back now and I have big news. But before we get into that, I want to tell you about a wedding that I went to in Barcelona. It was pretty sweet. I'm talking coaches to secluded locations in the middle of the hills. Ceremony outside in the grounds, underneath trees and beautiful scenery. Placeholders with personalized messages on. A projector show on the side of a building, which I didn't really understand, but I was like, you know what, that's still kind of cool. A Spanish guitar player, 2 wedding planners, gold cutlery, which I was tempted to take home and melt into little blocks so I could sell. How much can I get for this ball of gold? And fancy canapes I didn't even recognize. I didn't even know what was on half the plates. These women just wouldn't leave me alone. They were literally like, hey, you want some more? You want some more? Honestly, they didn't stop throughout the whole night. I felt like I was being force-fed. I felt like that fat kid in Matilda. They even had a reception dinner the day before. A reception dinner! Talk about bowling. Bowling! All in all, this wedding made me feel pretty terrible about my own wedding. I'm just kidding. It was a magical day, best day of my life, blah, blah, blah. The bride looked great, the entertainment was great, the food was great. It was a really great day. But one thing stood out for me, for all the wrong reasons. There was a point at the reception dinner where we were being introduced to people, and we were going around shaking people's hands, saying like, hi, Miles, whatever, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes. So I get to this guy, he's shaking people's hands, and then he gets to me, and he's like, hey! And I was like, this motherfucker. I literally was standing there with my hand out waiting for the handshake, and he went for the fist bump instead.
That's racist.
He went for the fist bump. Nobody else got a fist bump, just me. Wonder what it could have been about me, why he chose the fist bump out of everybody else. All in all though, it was a wonderful weekend. Anyway, I have news. Remember when I said I had news? Well, I still had that news. News is what I have. And that news is, drum roll please. Oh, that's right, I'm home alone. My EAD came!
Well, this calls for a celebration. I will.
Oh yes, that's right people. I am now officially allowed to work in the US of A. After 8 long months of boredom, poverty, and possibly mental breakdown, I can now go out and get my ass a job. But the question is now, what do I do? Before I even get into the whole career thing though, I've got like 8 months worth of debt that I really need to clear. So I need some quick cash while I'm looking for something. I signed myself up to all these apps and all these staffing agencies, stuff to get me like really quick stuff so I can go out and maybe just work in like an event one day, here and there, get a little bit of cashish. Times are hard out here on these mean San Francisco streets.
Please, man, I fucked your.
Okay, it's nowhere near that hard, but you get the point. The other day I went to an induction from one of the apps. Not really sure why an app needed an induction, but here we are. It lasted for about an hour. The guy stood and told us about all how it is working for this app and jobs that you can get. And then he was going through health and safety. By the way, earthquakes, very real possibility, kind of terrified. And then one guy put up his hand and was like, hey, what if somebody tries to fight you on the job? Are you allowed to fight them back? And I was like, I can see why you're unemployed. I signed up to one of the apps, and before I'd even finished doing the whole process, I already got a text from a lady being like, hey, how are you? Would you like to do a job for us tomorrow? Whoa, like, talk about needy. God's sake, woman, can you give me at least like an hour or so? Can you at least pretend like you've got enough people? Jeez, I want to be kept on my toes. I mean, obviously I said yes, but I wasn't happy about it. So I had my first job in 8 months on Friday. The job title was line management. What the is that? Turns out it's just a lot of standing about and answering people's questions about where to go at a Google event, which is ironic because these are the people that invented Google Maps, but not a way that they could tell people how to get around their events without actually having to hire people and stand there. Am I the only one that thinks that's kind of weird? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Just me? Okay. Being at a tech event firsthand was quite interesting as well, because it made me realize that there are 2 different types of people in San Francisco. People in tech and people who aren't virgins. I'm just kidding. That's what hookers are for. In all seriousness though, there weren't actually that many women at the event, which kind of makes me think they do need more women in tech. But hey, that's got nothing to do with me. I mean, the job was pretty easy, except for I didn't actually know where anything was when we started. Maybe I'd missed all the training, but I was extremely unaware of where things were. So when people were coming up to me and being like, hey, can you tell me where blah, blah, blah? For the first maybe 2 hours, I was like, what What are you asking me for? What? Oh, what? Just because I'm wearing this blue Google top, you think I'm supposed to know what the hell's going on, huh? Is that what you think? That's what you think's happening right now, huh? No, but I enjoyed it. It was a really nice day. I even made a friend. Danielle, if you're watching this, hi. And it was nice to bring home some of the bacon for once. Even if it was one of those tiny little pieces of bacon that people use. What are they called? Begins with L. Loins? Loins? So yeah, I can work now. And to be honest, if I'm gonna be really real, like really real for a second, it's been a little bit nervous because now the safety blanket is gone. The excuses are no longer valid. I can work. And so now that means anything I do is now on me. And if I don't do well, it's all on me. Oh, this is terrifying. Oh, I have definitely worked myself into a frenzy. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. But if you do know anyone who needs like a DJ or a voiceover person or a presenter of some kind, send them this way. As for the videos, well, I was thinking about stopping them because now I think to myself, am I even a house husband if I have a job? Maybe I should rebrand it, call it something else. I don't know. I'm so confused. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you soon.
Let's celebrate. Come on.